Hi, I'm Zsuzsa. This time I won't show anything in my file of X or my any planner. I want to chat a little bit because I'm thinking always how to choose what tasks I'm doing now or today, or how to organize my lists, to-do lists, and this is always a very hard work for me because maybe I write too much to the daily task list and that stresses me out. I feel myself overwhelmed when I'm try to write only a few tasks what I have must make today and nothing else on my daily to-do list, and I finished with these tasks very quickly, and I haven't any idea what to do. Then I try to make a weekly to-do list beside the daily to-dos, and then never checked those lists, the weekly list, and copied ever and ever again to the next week, and didn't finish any task or too much task from that. Then I have some specialist like small things to finish this work sometimes when I schedule to my time to make something from that list, but not always. So I took a notebook yesterday. I bought a notebook for myself to write my thoughts in it, and I analyzed how my brain works and how I choose my tasks and why. The next task is to find a system where I can pull out those tasks in a good way and a good order and make them. So the goal is not overwhelming me, to know what I must do today and when, and what else I might do for myself, what is good for me, what is good for my family. Yes, this is a little bit hard to find a good system. I think that would going better with an electronical system, but I don't think there's such a program or app what fits to my ideas. Okay, so I don't know how I will do it, but I share with you for what I came with this thinking on tasks. So the first type of the tasks are what I have do today in a certain time. They are appointments. I have to go somewhere. They are tasks. I started my washer and will finish in 2 hours. Then I have to take the clothes out at that time. So they are time specific tasks. This is the first one. I have to do that task at that time. Of course, there can be some opportunity to move them, because if I change the washer half an hour later, that's not a big deal, but I will try to make that on that time. Or if I schedule to read with my kid because she needs that every day, if I schedule it for time, I can move that but it's better when I do it that time. The second category is those tasks they have due date today or must do today. This is also a little bit hard to say what I must do today. Like I have a plan for the week for the laundry, which day I wash what. If I don't wash anything today, the word going on, nothing horrible happens, but if I don't keep myself to my routine, then it will be wrong after a couple of days. So I would say these are must-dos, but not really. Of course, real due date today tasks are very, very rare. So what I must do today or something wrong happens. The third category is the things I planned to do today. They can shift for tomorrow, but I want them finished today. In these tasks can be important and not so important tasks. Of course, if I have to choose what I do now, when I don't have too much time yet, then I will choose the more important task. The next category is those tasks are due this week or planned for this week. Then the tasks are important someday. I don't know when. It would be good to make it. Like, as you can see, my room is a chaos. I want to make it. It's important, but it's in my head on a list that I will make it someday. Not in 3 months, sooner, but I don't have to do this today or tomorrow. Sometimes such tasks that I won't finish in a day, I would write for today or for tomorrow and working on this for half an hour or less, as I have a mood for that, and write that task again at the end of the task list. Then there are tasks, they have due date, but somewhere in the future, so in 2 months or something like this. And after that, there come tasks I want to make someday. They are not important, they are not so urgent, but I want to make them. And this is also what can mess up the whole thing, that there are things we want to make for ourselves, they are not so important things or urgent things, but we have to find time and opportunity to make what things they are useless or for nothing, just for pleasure. This is very important. And when you build up your task list for a day, it's sometimes hard to plan those tasks here in. But it's also important. If I say make break after the lunch and read something, it can be think it's not so important. Why I don't take the next task from the very important task list. It's because to take a break is also important. So how I try to write a task list for today using these categories. And how it worked. First, I wrote the tasks I have to make in a certain time. So, like, or a certain order, my daily routine as reading the emails. I can do it at the afternoon or any time in the day, but I have a routine for the day, and I it's the beginning of the day after my daily review. So I wrote that first daily routine, and then I have the first task I have to do in connected to a time. It's the lunch. My kids coming home, so at 12 we will have lunch together. Before the lunch I have time for some stuff. I want to work. This is the planned for today task. I don't have to do that today. It has no due date today. It has no due date for this week. But I want to work on that task today. I don't have anything for before noon, so I can choose my task for the time. And I've chosen that task. I've written some other tasks besides that time for some breaks. Like I don't want to work for my on my taxes for 2 hours. I have to stay up from my desk and move something a little bit. So I wrote some tasks I want to make, like make order in my closet, and but I don't have to do that task before noon, so I might do that tasks in this time when I take a little break, or I might not, and then I can do it at the afternoon or tomorrow. But I wrote them here besides to the taxes. Then we will have the lunch, and I also scheduled a break after the lunch with reading, knitting, or something. After then, the washer will be finished, so I have again a task I have to make in that times. And after that, my afternoon is free until 5 p.m. So I just jot down other tasks. I have only I have planned for today type of tasks and nothing must done today task. So I have couple of that written, and if I can finish them, I'm very happy. If not, it can be moved for today. And if I finish them for so if I have left time, then I can take a look on the other tasks I want to do this week. Yeah, so much thinking, and I have really no idea how I could write those tasks down on different lists or what. It would be so easy to have a list in an electronic system and mark those tasks with these categories. If I must do this today at some time, then put them tasks in. Then we have those tasks we have to do today. Then put all those tasks in the holes between the filled up times, and then the tasks I planned for today, then fill the other gaps with those tasks. And then the other categories after each other, how I explain for you. It is just a huge list with different categories, and the program should just fill those tasks in. And of course, I don't know how much time I need for those tasks, but if I mark them off, maybe a task comes for the time, not later, but sooner, or goes down for tomorrow if I cannot finish with them. But if it should work, that I explained, that would be so much easier for me, that I shouldn't have to think on that what I have to do now, because I would know I have to do that. This is only the next task on the list, because on the paper it's impossible to plan like this, as I explained. So I want to make my taxes before lunch, but I don't know if I will have some time for other tasks, or I have mood for some other tasks, or how many. I might think I can finish with 5 tasks before the next must do in this time task, but it's not sure. I might finish with 3, or I can finish with 7. So the order has to be changed at the whole day, and also happens that something is coming in. You get a call and you have to make something now. You don't know, never know. I think I thought too much. I'm really very interested what you think about this thing, and you might have some good tips how to deal with those tasks. I know I'm always over complicate the stuff, but I really want to make that more simple for me. That's why it would be an electronical system very good for that. It is just not here. So maybe if you are a programmer, you could write a great app um, um, that suits for this idea I explained here. If you like the video, please give me a thumb up. That I would be very appreciated, and subscribe to my channel if you want to get notified about other videos. See you next time. Bye.